Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. So, update on my Amazon FBA. Hard to see, well maybe not. If you look right over my shoulder, there, the entire back of my Explorer is packed with 4 huge boxes for FBA. It's actually not a ton of inventory. It's just a lot of bulky items. Stuff that I'll about double my money on. So it's about, I think it's about $400 worth of inventory, and I probably, actually no, it's about $400 worth of inventory. I've got about 85, 90 in it, and so after fees and everything, I'll probably make 250 back, maybe a little bit more, 300 if I'm fortunate. So it was just stuff I picked up with lots for my eBay stuff, which is kind of how I'm going to push Amazon now. If you listen to Scavenger Life, Jay and Ryan, they're pretty much in the same boat, except I don't think they're shipping anything into FBA anymore. I'm still going to ship stuff in. I'm just not out. I'm not out really looking for FBA inventory actively at the moment. Just because something I'll get into in a minute is why I've kind of changed gears on that. So that's there, and then got a package to go for eBay, and that is something that again is just, you never know what's going to sell. I got a bunch of my videos uploaded. I've been too busy for a while with regular work to do anything. So I got those uploaded last night, and then I actually have a what sold video, but every time I put it in my video editor, it locks up my video editor and crashes. So got to figure that out so I can get that one uploaded, because it kind of goes to show you that you never know what's gonna sell. And I ended up making about 15 bucks on that shirt, or I guess $12. Paid $1 for it, and after selling it and fees and shipping and all that, I made about 12 bucks on it. But it's something that was just kind of weird. It's a Darth Gator shirt from the Newport Aquarium, and it literally sold less than overnight. I mean, I was up listing late, and I listed it. It probably didn't go active until like 2 in the morning, and when I woke up that morning, it was gone. So, yeah, you never know. I mean, you can do your research and everything, but it's crazy to know what's going to go quick and what's not. So this is going in the mailbox. I live in a neighborhood. I don't worry about my neighborhood, but I don't want to leave a huge package of stuff on the floor or on the porch, just because I don't want to risk having them gone. Once I get more, I'll probably figure out a different system. But for now, there's a couple drop boxes and a post office quite close to me, and I'm fortunate there's a FedEx office literally, it's less than a mile up the road, so I can drop Smart Post off there as well. So one thing to go on is it's been a while. I've been listening to a bunch of back issues of Scavenger Life because Craigslist Hunter recommended them, and I'm actually kind of excited because today is Monday. There's a new one. It's a great thing to look forward to on Monday, so thanks guys. But if you haven't watched Scavenger Life and you're a reseller or listened to it, definitely check it out. Jay and Ryan are pretty cool. They're not the flashy YouTube people, which I get tips from them too. So there's a lot of guys that, oh, we're making all this money, we do this, and then there's some more, low-key, kind of, not so much that it's a grind, but they don't show it as, it's going to be a quick, easy thing to do, which is really what is true. I've just been getting back into this part-time over the last couple months, but I have done it to where I was trying to do it full-time a few years ago, and it isn't easy. You've got to have a routine, and you've got to get stuff done. But it is possible to make a full-time income for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about that. there is the possibility to make a full-time income, 100%. So, but you do have to put in the work, and that's where I've switched over to eBay, just because Amazon, to make a lot of money on FBA, this is my opinion, and I haven't done a ton of it. I was pushing it hard and heavy, and I do have a couple good sources, and I have made money on it. I haven't made a ton of money, but I have made money on it, and I still have inventory in there. But Amazon, from what I've seen, they're trying to gear more towards wholesalers and big sellers, and I just that's not super enjoyable for me. But you also have to have some cash flow up front or be willing to risk credit on that, and I'm trying to get debt paid off. So what I'm trying to do now is there's a lot more items that doing used on eBay you can get for very low investment and then get a very high return on them. And so that's kind of where I've switched my focus to, in order to get my cash flow built back up and to get my my debt paid down. So right now what I do for work is making, covering my bills and stuff like that with a little bit left over. So my reselling stuff, I'm really focusing on just trying to push all that into paying off bills. So that's kind of why I've switched to eBay. And then also, originally I really was into Amazon FBA just because you don't have to manage the inventory. But after listening to Jay and Ryan and Craigslist Hunter Pete, and even Global Voodoo, that you don't have to do that. It's not as big a deal as it is. I just have to make sure I stay organized. I've got that way with my inventory, and I'm going to stay that way. But the other thing is what Jay and Ryan brought out, and then Ryan Roots shows, is you can go on vacation and everything sets, and then you can ship it when you get back. So after you have that inventory built up, you have the same flexibility as Amazon FBA. You just have a different mentality. So I still think it's good to have multiple streams. Eventually I want to look at maybe doing some stuff on Etsy as well, but for now I've got Amazon FBA and eBay going, and eBay's gradually taking over the predominant spot there. And with that is just remember that unless you have a bunch of money to put in at the beginning, and if you have a bunch of money, it's still a bunch of work unless you're going to hire it out. But when you're starting out, scavenger style, as Jay and Ryan call it, it's a slow build. But it does get momentum rather quickly. But those first couple weeks can be rough. If you can get good items in and get them priced right, you are going to have stuff sell fairly quickly. I just have the basic store, and it may just be a placebo effect, but if you're active in listing in that store, it seems like you continue to get sales. So I try to, basically my workflow right now is I take a whole bunch of pictures one day, and right now I don't have a light kit, so I have to do that. It's when I get a couple hours in the middle of a day when I've still got natural light, I'll blast out a whole bunch of pictures, and then that makes it to where over the next couple days in the evenings I try to photograph 30-40 items, and then in the evenings, over the next 3-4 evenings, I can make sure I try to do them minimum groups of 10. Sometimes I get through 10 quick and I'm like, all right, I'll push some more. So I've been listing them in kind of groups of 10 as I go. And so it is just a kind of, they had a podcast on Scavenger Life a little bit ago called Do a Little Bit Today, Do a Little Bit Tomorrow. And if you're going to be, unless you're looking at hiring right away, which it's just not a business model I'm interested in. My son is starting to learn how to do shipping and stuff with me. But I'm not looking to hire anybody. It is just a slow build in that process. And for me, that's hard because I want to get in and I want to have the project done, or I get frustrated. And I just have to break it down in smaller pieces and just continue to do it. So, I just realized I forgot to stop at my UPS store. I had to come up here to Home Depot, so I'll have to hit it on the way back. But anyway, I'll get rid of this FBA stuff and then go from there. So until next time, guys, just keep it up. Like I said, it's that slow build to get your inventory built up. Right now I've got just over 120 items on my list, and I've sold, I want to say 20 on my 30 days, like 23. So that's actually not a bad sell-through rate. If you can have 100 items and you're selling 10 or 20 a week, that's not bad. If you're going to get the full time, you just got to build that up, you know. Jay and Ryan have 4,000 items. Quite a few other sellers have a couple thousand items. So it's just a numbers game. You have to get that built up so you have a mix of short and long tail stuff in order to keep it going. So till next time, if you guys like the videos, hit the thumbs up. This is on both my channels. I'm gradually switching everything over to my Eclipse channel because I'm going to have, hopefully, I've been looking for some vintage electronics and other stuff like that I'll need to have videos showing how those are working. So haul videos and stuff will be over there. But anyway, until next time, just keep working at it, keep pushing forward, and like they said, do a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, and it all adds up. It snowballs pretty quick to where it'll be worth it. So if you have any comments, leave them down below and I will get back with you. Till next time, have a great one.